Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Federico Talks Watches. First of all, I really want to thank you for liking the video I recently did with Hans. That got a ton of comments and thumbs up. We really appreciate your support. Hans, my master watchmaker, we're going to make a video again probably in a couple weeks. You guys really seem to love it. But today we're going to be talking about, well, actually, I'm going to be answering a few questions that you guys asked me, a few little runovers from last Q&A. Everything from, Moser and MB&F's new collaboration to the Tudor Harrods Black Bay, to, the best watch books and what micro brands you should keep an eye on. Now, of course, before we get started, customary wristwatch check. Today, I'm wearing my Formex Essence Leggera carbon fiber watch on a sailcloth strap. My sportiest watch. Really enjoying it. Also, guys, don't forget to check out delraywatch.com. Bunch of new watches in stock. If you guys are RGM fans, an American-made watch, go check them out. Just got in a couple in stock there. We got a couple of cool Daniel Roths, including one of the least expensive skeletonized chronographs on the market, and we also got a very cool Omega Speedmaster Blue Dial Cart Edition. All on delraywatch.com, link in the description below. Alright guys, these are the questions and we'll get right into it. First one is from a longtime viewer and one of my youngest viewers, Eddie Landsberg. And he said, Hey Fed, thoughts on the new Moser MB&F collaboration? Well, guys, if you didn't know, Moser, one of my favorite independent watch brands, and MB&F, another one of my favorite independent watch brands, just collaborated to release two new watches, one for MB&F and one for Moser, while using each other's technologies. What do I think? I think it's awesome. Now, while, okay, they're not my favorite watches in the world, anytime two independent watchmakers can come together, collaborate, and use each other's technology and DNA, I think that is super cool. It kind of reminds me of like the Harry Winston Opus series back when big name watchmakers used to collaborate for Harry Winston and make a special one-off piece. I'd love to see a lot more of this in the watch world. Moser, MB&F, just in case you guys are watching, great job. It's truly an amazing thing for us watch geeks. Watch Tom's Travel. Will my Tudor Black Bay Harrods edition be a future classic and gain a price increase in the next months or years? Well, Tom, I think it's a very cool watch. It's got the green bezel. However, I actually see them on the downward angle. Truth is, yes, they're only sold at Harrods, so not particularly easy to get, but they've been in production for a few years, and a few more are starting to get on the market. And they're not exactly limited edition, apart from the fact they're only limited to be sold at Harrods. But I'm going to be honest with you, it's a good watch. I like the Black Bay, but all that really changes is the bezel. And while that is enough for a lot of watches to go up in value, it's also not particularly limited. And even though it's only sold by one company, the more years pass, the more go on the market. Now, I do think it's going to hold better than a normal Black Bay. Sure, I don't think you're ever going to lose a ton of money, but unless they discontinue it, and discontinue it pretty darn quick, I don't see it as like a future cult classic with price increases. Justin Hill, 87. If you were in charge at Rolex, what is the one thing you would change immediately? Justin Hill, 87. You know what? A lot of people would say the supply, but honestly, no, I wouldn't change the supply. And before you guys give me hate, remember, if I'm in charge at Rolex, I care about my business, and the artificial shortages they created from a business perspective, I think are genius. Instead of changing something, I would add something, and that is I would start making another Rolex kind of Padellone moon phase, the classic. I want to reissue this classic watch. Absolutely beautiful. Books on time. Hey Fed, do you mind sharing some of your favorite watch books? Well, books on time, absolutely. I'm a big fan of Franco Coloni. Anything he's written, fantastic, fantastic books. The new Hodinkee watch book is great. A Man and His Watch, which is reasonably priced, is also very good. Problem with watch books is they tend to be expensive. I mean, like the Mondani books are extremely expensive. The Cartier books are extremely expensive. Hard to find things under $100 that are kind of cool. But Hodinkee and A Man and His Watch are probably my two favorite modern watch books. But anything written by Franco Coloni, I think, is fantastic as well. JLN7. Hey Fed, what other micro brands are you keeping an eye on these days? Well, honestly, everybody knows I'm not a huge micro brand fan, but Ming. I'm a big fan of Ming, even though I just sold mine in my personal collection. I see them doing some very cool things in the future. I love their designs, and they're really getting a following and becoming kind of a classic in the space. Kron 89. What's the most popular watch sold at Del Rey Watch? Well, it's either the Speedmaster or the Seamaster. In terms of units, by far the most popular. Now, if I were to kind of look at the broader picture, and because Omega, they make hundreds of thousands of watches. But for example, we sell maybe a dozen or up to 20 Mosers a year. And for a brand that only makes 1,500 watches a year, theoretically, that could be our most popular. But in pure units, Seamasters and Speedmasters. Cybotron 6000. In your opinion, what brands are on the rise? Well, I think Breitling has shown some signs of life lately. I think that's excellent. Ming in the micro brand level, as I said, FP Journe is still shooting up like crazy. Blancpain, with the new 50 Fathoms lines, is showing some signs of life as well. And honestly, Tag Heuer. Tag Heuer is in a much better position today than they were a few years ago. Last question. Anders _85. Quality and price. Which is the better brand in your opinion between Zinn and Ball? Well, actually, I believe both watch brands offer extremely good value for the money, especially if you don't buy them new. But I think Zinn edges it out. I think Ball can be had significantly less expensive gray market and used. And used at Ball prices, I think they're fantastic. But if you got to buy them brand new and at full retail, Zinn all the way without question. Anyway, guys, that's it for today. Thank you for sticking around for a shorter little episode of Federico Talks Watches. Please give this video a thumbs up if you want more of Hansi. I need to pry him from behind the bench to create some more content. You guys really seem to enjoy it. And please don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss that content. Guys, thank you so much, and I'll catch you in the next one. Take care.